The sea remembered him. Years had passed since Leif Erikson first set foot on the shores of Vinland, a land wild, untamed, and bursting with life. He had carved runes into its stone, lit fires in its night, and spilled blood in its soil. But he'd left. He'd returned to Greenland with stories, timber, and truths no jarl could handle. They called him mad, they called him lucky. But deep down they knew. Leif had walked into the mouth of the world and survived. Now he was going back. Not with warriors or settlers, but with a purpose. The gods had whispered, dreams stirred, and in his chest something ancient pulsed. You left too soon. Vinland was no longer silent. Leif's ship kissed its shores under a blood-red sunrise. The forests were taller, the rivers colder, the wind sharper like it had grown teeth. But the longhouse he'd once built still stood, half swallowed by vines and moss, like the land had tried to erase him, and failed. Then he saw it. Stone totems not Norse but native. Markings, warnings. You are not forgotten, Firehair. His old enemies, the Skraelings, had not vanished. They had watched, grown, changed. But Leif hadn't returned to conquer. He had returned to answer something deeper. A call in his blood, a tether between old gods and new spirits. One night the forest screamed, drums echoed. Shadows danced in the trees. A great hunt had begun, not of beasts but of invaders. A shaman approached the Norse campfire, wrapped in bone and smoke. His eyes were moons. You are marked by the west wind, he said. You carry the fire of two worlds. You must choose. Then the drum stopped. A beast stalked from the dark. Not man, not spirit. Something older, a Wendigo born of hunger and hatred. A demon of the land awakened by war. And Leif, son of Erik, heir to exile, stepped forward. He gripped his axe. He didn't speak. He fought. The battle was a blur of fangs, blood, and fire. Leif's axe shattered bone, his skin burned. The Wendigo howled, a cry that cracked trees and shattered stars. But Leif didn't fall. He drove his blade into the beast's heart, whispering an old Norse prayer half forgotten even by the gods. When the sun rose, the Wendigo's body had turned to ash. The shaman knelt, the spirit sighed. You are no longer foreign. Leif returned once more to Greenland, but he was not the same. He spoke little of what he'd seen. He didn't seek thrones or temples. He lived like a man who had already spoken with gods and had nothing left to prove. The sagas remember him as Leif the Lucky, but Vinland knew better. He was Leif the bridge between old and new, between axe and spirit, between man and myth.